Hey, welcome to the iPad Apps First Look channel, and this is the my first impression and review of iOS 7 on iPhone 5. And first of all, you see this new lock screen actually moves when you move your phone. The bubbles move in your screen. The swiping that brings along the keypad to put in your passcode. 3D icons, you have very colorful interface. Reminds me a little bit of Android, I would say, in its colors, especially the Galaxy phones, for example, the S4 or S3. It's quite colorful. Been playing around for about an hour and checked all the different options. Really lots of new stuff, lots of new ways of doing stuff that are going to be a little difficult to manage. Some really cool things, some that you need to get used to. For example, one that I was not expecting actually was when we double click and we have these open apps. We had the icons at the bottom of the open apps, but now you've got a miniature of these open apps that show up at this also at the top. And that's a nice feature, but what's a little different is that if you press and hold, you notice that it does not work. It actually just opens the app, and we were all used to just holding it until they shake and then closing the app. That's not the case here. You have to swipe that miniature up from the screen, and you actually have to put your finger and hold a little bit before you swipe, because if you go too fast, it sometimes does not respond. As you see here, it moved. So you gotta do it, and if you just click, you're back into an app, so you have to get out. So it will really, you need some getting used to it, but overall it's a nice operating system. It feels quite crisp and really is responsive on the iPhone 5. Very, very responsive. Revamped and reworked apps, of course, like the Mail app is different. It's really worked brand new, and now when you swipe, you've got trash or archive or more in what you want to do with your mail. So that's nice. Your phone looks different, as you see here. You now have still the same old stuff, but basically it's just kind of revamped a little bit. Calendar's different also. It now has a layer of clicking on the dates at the top and then doing something to see your different dates. It really needs getting used to. The Safari browser now has this 3D flip-on thing, so when you have many pages open, that's actually quite nice, I must say. Really cool. You can have private browsing. At the bottom you see this private tab here, and it asks you want to close all pages or keep the pages and have a private browsing experience. And so you just go into whatever website you want. The private browsing does not keep any information about what you just did, and so when you're done, you just get out of it. That's kind of thoughtful. One of the things I've found a little hard is you don't really see when you make folders. You don't really see the folders themselves that much. It's not easy to view it. and you have to click a folder and you get all these apps coming up. That's kind of a little, I would say maybe one of the parts that's annoying. You get these little miniature icons and like floating around because you don't see the little folders in here. But of course you can play along with that, go into your options and change the different colors and the way things look. So that's another way of doing things. Of course you can have the brightness, the auto brightness adjustments. You have the privacy settings for the different apps. You've got sounds. Basically nothing much new in the sound wise. I've went through the different iOS ringtones and stuff, and there are a few, but it's not that that fantastic as is always. As you see, it's very fast, no problem with that. You can add and adjust your different accounts and stuff, which is pretty cool. The different options to turn on or off depending on what you want. You can change the colors of pretty much anything you want and reorganize all the look. Of course, you're not going to go back to what it looked like before. The compass is revamped. All the basic apps are revamped here. If we look at the compass in the utilities, you'll see that it's really changed, and you have the different compass app. Here you have also a level, so if you want to know if your table's straight or not, well, basically the level will tell you if it's really straight. So it's pretty interesting for that. It's not as useful, I would say, as a real level, but it's a nice thought here. The voice recorder is brand new, different way of doing the voice recording. I've had no app crashes really until now, but it's only been an hour or so. Most of the apps that I've tried still work very well in iOS 7. I've not had an app that is not working, which is pretty interesting also. The Game Center is revamped, and now you get lots more stuff and news of what actually the Game Center is, including the games that you've played, the challenges and stuff, and turns. You have a new Find My iPhone app also that is more interesting and a little more accurate. It gives you more detail of where everything is going to. The newsstand really changed here. It's kind of hard to go through. Some of the things, like for example this newsstand, I'm not really fond of it. I don't find this look really interesting, honestly. All the basic, your store for bookstore and stuff like that, that's pretty much the same. They haven't changed that much. So what I think, my first impression of iOS 7, I actually like it. I actually find it's cool. The camera app is really nice and has all these new features, including when you take photos. It has the feature of having all sorts of looks and filters. So now when you take a picture with the camera, you actually can use the filter, and you see the different filters that can be applied that change the color. If you want to have something that looks more like an old an old picture, well, you just choose the one you want. One in black and white. Now you've got your filters there, and so it's pretty nice. And you take a picture. You now have square mode where your pictures are square, whatever side you put your camera. That can be interesting because sometimes when people take pictures in panorama mode, or they just take it on the other, the vertical mode, the pictures sometimes are not that nice. Here it really gives square pictures. Of course, now a new panoramic mode where you are shown how to actually move the camera to make panoramas. And of course, video mode still there to record video. Some really nice things. At the home screen, now you have swipe up and down available. If you swipe down from the top, you now get your calendar for the day, and it says here 3 events tomorrow. The first one starts at 11. You can customize that screen to have news, to have weather, to have all sorts of things in your options, which is pretty nice. So here you can see the different options telling me my notifications, PayPal, for example, what I missed or what I didn't see. So it's pretty cool. And if you swipe from the bottom up, you now get this new control panel like event here. So you got to remember that you can swipe down and get all the information and the notifications on that screen, but you also have now that new up screen where you get your Wi-Fi stuff, you get the do not disturb Bluetooth, you've got that player if you're listening to something, the volume control, and you now have new icons at the bottom. One gives you quick access to the camera, to the calculator. If you click here, you get directly into a timer if you need, or a stopwatch. And you also get a flashlight now, which is new. It wasn't included in any versions of iOS until now, and I think Apple found out that the flashlight is kind of really important for a lot of people. So overall, I would say that this is a very nice operating system. Very quick, very crisp. What I also enjoy about this operating system is the fact that it actually makes you feel like you have a new phone, and that I actually enjoy it, because after a while it's like a computer. You know, when you change your computer, have a new operating system, even if you keep your old computer, just installing a new operating system makes it feel like a new computer, even if it's not. And this is nice because the iPhone has that same feel, where you have the impression that you have a new phone in your hand. So this is my first review and impression. Look for tips and tricks. I'm going to show you a lot of tips and tricks on the iOS 7. There's a lot of things that you need to know to use it to the maximum, and we'll be doing lots of videos explaining all those features of iOS 7. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe to our channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, maybe you have a feature you'd like us to talk about. Hey, did you install iOS 7? What do you think? You like? You don't like? Let us know. And of course, look for the tips and tricks. We'll have lots of tips and tricks about iOS 7, how to use it to the max, and we'll be, of course, putting more apps and stuff for iOS as they become available, and continue our reviews of apps on the App Store. So thanks for watching, and hope that you enjoy our little review of iOS 7 for iPhone 5 in this case, but also for any other device that you might have that you've upgraded now. So thanks for watching, and hope you come back to the iPad Apps First Look channel. Bye bye.